What up, all my cichlid people? It's Scott from King Queen Cichlids. Hope you guys are doing well. It has been 5 days since our last video, and again, I want to say thank you to all you guys who have become subscribers of King Queen Cichlids. We appreciate you greatly. Please keep on watching our videos. Let your friends know. Hit that subscribe button. We will definitely be doing a lot of fun stuff on KingQueenCichlids.com. So, we're going to follow up from last week's video. Last week's video, obviously, we celebrated 600 members, but I did throw in at the very end of the video footage of my Parachromis manawins, aka the Jaguar Cichlids, laying eggs. So, since that last video, over the past 5 to 6 days, I've been documenting day after day after day exactly what the Jaguar pair are doing. They are fantastic parents, and I want to share what they do and what great parents they are to you. So I have footage, I broke it down. I'll do a voiceover so you understand what's going on. I just really want to press upon you what great cichlids Jaguar Cichlids are. Now, again, I've talked about them before. They come from the Central America region, from Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Honduras. They're in that general area. They get anywhere from 12 to 24 inches long, and they're just a great cichlid. They're very easy to breed. I mean, I'd put them up there with convicts and jewel cichlids. They're that easy. I've had this pair for about 5 years now, and every, let's say, twice a month, they will have a batch of fry. Most of the time, quite honestly, I let the fry stay in there, and sometimes the parents eat them. Liz, every now and then, scoops some fry out, takes them to clubs. We do have some grow outs in our tanks here and there, but for the most part, we let the fry stay in there, and for the most part, the parents eventually eat them. But if anyone is local and interested in Jaguar fry, let me know. We will definitely scoop some out for you and get them to you. But you'd have to come either to a meeting or come here directly and pick them up. But I do want to talk about the tank. Liz and I got this tank custom built. It is a 100-gallon tank. I use a Cascade canister filter along with a sponge filter in this tank. And then it is decorated with pool filter sand. I like that natural substrate look. And it has driftwood that I got from Wayne Smith from the Cichlid Club of York, as well as silk plants that I decorated with. I do not use live plants because obviously my Jaguar cichlids would kill them. It would be like a salad bar to them. So I do use silk plants to kind of give it that look like they're still in the wild. Alright? So again, I will show you video of the last 5 days of their progress, from when they lay the eggs until right about now when the fry, actually some of them are actually free swimming now, but most of them are still in the stage where they have their egg sac and they're not free swimming yet. But I will take you through that whole progression. After you see this footage, you're going to see the beautiful and talented Elizabeth. She's going to talk about her Nano Tanks and her community tanks. Without further ado, here's my video. I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, leave comments below. And again, definitely hit that subscribe button. Alright guys, enjoy! Alright guys, here's footage from our last week's video. This is the Parachromis manawins, Jaguar Cichlid, in our custom built 100-gallon tank. You will see thousands of eggs there. The eggs that are really white are unfertilized eggs, but the ones that are tan are actually the ones that have been fertilized. The female and male will both start picking the eggs off the rocks and then putting them in the sand and fanning them, so they will eventually hatch and become what we call wigglers. So that is day 1. Kind of fast forward to day 3, you can see that they've taken all the eggs off the rocks except for the unfertilized ones. They will eventually eat these unfertilized eggs. If they don't, they will become fungi, and I will have to go in and remove the rocks and wash the rocks off with hot water, or else it will just become foul and cloud out the water. Sorry for the glare on the video here, it was early in the morning when I took this. Alright, day 5. Day 5, as you can see, the pair did clean off that rock. Most of the unfertilized eggs are gone. That's basically sand on that rock. And we're going to try to find the fry. And there they are, in between those two rocks. If you look carefully, you can see wigglers. I think I'm going to go in for a closer look. Just give me a second. Obviously the parents are guarding this area very close. Here I go again, trying to get a very close look at what's going on, and the parents are very upset, defensive. They do not like me being this close to their fry. In fact, I guess the male's trying to throw me off by going that way while the female stays by the fry. Let's see if I can get the camera to take a closer look. There you are, guys, in between that rocks. You see them? And it's amazing to watch these parents, because they will actually pick up each one of these fry with such delicacy. At the same time, these same Jaguar Cichlids will basically bite my finger off if I stick my hand in the water. It makes cleaning this tank in this breeding period very difficult. But look at the gentle care that she takes with her fry to make sure they all stay in one place. As you can see there's some that are moving right now that are free swimming. And there you have it, guys. Another successful batch of Parachromis manawins, aka the Jaguar Cichlid. I hope you enjoyed viewing that. In the coming months, we will do another project with Parachromis lazelli that I have breeding, as well as Amphilophus citronellus. Alright, guys, stay tuned as we get ready to see Queen Elizabeth as she talks about her nano and community tanks.
Hi guys, Liz here, and I wanted to talk to you guys a minute about what I'm doing in the fish room. So like we were talking about in our last video, Scott's still doing his big cichlid thing, but I've kind of veered off to the little things. I'm really enjoying all things small in the hobby, especially shrimp and live plants, which is something I've never messed with before, so this is all relatively new here. So I have a few varying stages of success happening. I've got 3 of my tanks behind me, you can see, and the 2 on my right, they're doing beautifully. They're thriving, they're growing, and they're just gorgeous. I can't stop looking at them when I come back here. In the fluval chi over here, I have some cherry shrimp as well as chili rasporas. Most of the hardscape that I've got in all of my tanks comes from Aquaricarium. I absolutely love their pieces, and Bill always picks out really cool things. He sent me this beautiful tree looking piece, which I have done all the moss to it to make it look like a weeping willow. And it's filling out beautifully, it's growing great, I'm having no issues. I am using liquid ferts in all 3 of these tanks. I'm using, it's the Fluval XL. And I really like that because I'm just not into doing all the work for a CO2 system. It's just more than I'm willing to commit to. So the liquid ferts have been great. I have really noticed a difference in my plants since I've used them. So in this tank here, I have my Blue Dreams, and again, I have a lot of moss. You'll see moss in all my tanks. I love it. I can grow it beautifully. I do not have a green thumb. So if I find something that I can work on and work well with, I kind of get to doing it. And there's a lot of different mosses out there that you can do. But this tank is doing really great. I have some water sprite that I picked up from Reef to Rift, which is a lace water sprite, so it's not that real thick. It's kind of really pretty, delicate. I just love it. And this tank is doing great. I've got all kinds of different, I've got a few different crypts in there. And the shrimp clean the plants, and they make them look so much healthier. But now, a whole nother story on this tank here. This is an 18-gallon. It's a little strange footprint, but I dig it. It's cool. And I've got some live plants as well as rummy nose tetras and a breeding pair of gymnogeos and a few other random fish and some guppies. Now this tank, the plants are not growing as well as the smaller tanks. Now I think part of that is it's a larger tank. I don't have shrimp in it. I have fish in it. And, you know, the Jim Neo Geos, they do dig and sift through the sand. I am using the liquid ferts in it, but I think that how tall it is, my lights are not getting down to the bottom. Some of the moss on the top of the tree there, it's growing well, but the stuff on the bottom is just not thriving like I would want it to. So I think I'm going to have to either A, get a stronger light, or B, maybe just, you know, get some of those raised up shelves to put the plants on, or I don't know. I'll figure it out. But it's a work in progress. I'm playing with it, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. So if you have any ideas for me, guys, any helps, any suggestions, any tips, you know, put them here at the end of the video. I'd love to hear them. So that's all I have for right now, and I'll send you back to Scott. Bye.
All right, guys, we're back. Really good stuff, Liz.
Thanks, honey.
I think you're doing a tremendous job. I think you're really being hard on yourself. I think your tanks are outstanding. So good job on that. I'm sure people will be very excited about what you share with them. It's only going to get bigger and better. Again, we were talking about doing a 180 community tank planted. She was going to do all the plants. I get to pick out the fish. No cichlids, so we're looking forward to that. We're going to let her get a little more practice in before we go that big, but I think she can do it, so I'm all behind it. Do you think people have been listening to us for all this time?
I don't know.
Well, let's try. Let's try something and see what happens. What's the matter with your life? Is the power didn't bring you down? Is the mailman checking you around? Did he put your $1 million check in someone else's box? Tell me, what's the matter with your world? Was a boy when you wanted a girl? Don't you know straight hair ain't got no curl? But life ain't angry funky unless you've got that pop singing. What's the matter with you? Something. Everybody can't be on top, but you know, unless you got that pop. See you guys next week. Bye bye.